all over again what is happening. They say home is where the heart is, yet she is mine. Her proximity makes a tool like me feel like a nine. She may not have wings, but she is an angel and she is fly. Solid lady made under pressure, a diamond and not a dime. Hard to find, magnificent, she is a pink star, and her beauty still seen from afar. And that is true, and that is you. Thank you.
Okay. Okay. Welcome to Holy Mind Poetry Channel. And you also brought something new. I like that collaboration. Planet Humor, we're talking to you. So yeah, feel free. This is our space, and as mentioned earlier in one of the poems, Mandi is here with us. She has an opportunity for all poets here. Would you like to talk about it? So she hosts a poetry show on Kulmani FM, and she invites all of us. We schedule us. Obviously, you have to talk to her in advance. Then you can get a number from me or from her directly since she's here. Go there, get your interview, get your spotlight, talk about your poetry, and grow your art. So it's one of the opportunities that we have here. So now that you're here, part of the family, she's right here with us. Our sister in growth.
We've been there.
Been
Yes.
twice, 3 times. After here is going to be different, I know. So, just to spruce things up a little bit, today we've got a young variety. I'd like to welcome, we've had a dark poet here. Today we're going to have a dark comedian. Please welcome Bele Muthandwa. Is he in the vicinity? Of course, in the darkness. Bele.
Thank you. First time doing this without a mic. Really feels weird. Because a mic is more like my shield, and it knows that I have quite a nervosity. But how are you guys doing? Night after Valentine's? You didn't even receive breakfast in bed, and you're coming angry here at 4 p.m. Really? Is it that bad?
Yeah.
I heard this is the time in Hawaii, so if you're not going to laugh, you're just going to give me aloha. As we're getting into this, really, I'm having jokes. I'm a really like romantic person. I am romantic, and I believe that as a man, if you have the money and have the resources and have the ability, spoil your woman. I did that about 2 years ago. I took my woman out for bungee jumping. It really put a smile on her face. And she made me a happy man. When she jumped off, and I realized she was not coming back. She couldn't make it up to the top. Now I have to rephrase this because I saw there were kids around. But anyways, I'll go with that. If you brought your kids today, you are the one who's going to apologize to them when you get home. I'm not going to alter the step. Because I believe that everybody should be a gentleman, or should live to be a gentleman. Right? And I realized that as a gentleman, it's great and good behavior to leave a tip after finishing eating at a restaurant. But here I don't understand this other day when I took out my pants right after the meal. They didn't get it as you did. They were really messed up. They didn't even like it. The other guy ran over to me and just offered to give me a check. I was like, that's good. These jokes killed. He did something now and then. And this guy just walked up to me. She walked up to me after the show. She was like, you know what? Your jokes were great. But that one especially, I didn't like it. I was like, okay, that's cool. And then she continued, she says, your jokes are too dark. I think you should stop telling them in public. I was like, yeah, your fingers are too black. You must stop waving them in public. She was bleaching. I couldn't even have the time to talk to her because she doesn't talk to me anymore. I think she's roasting me. She was that white. I don't do sex jokes. They're not my thing. I don't really like them. This other day I was watching a documentary about a young couple that died during the process. They didn't see that coming. They were not solved, you know. They had to go hard or die trying. And in the end, they ghosted each other. Just like me to that girl. Well, the sex jokes are doing great, but as I said, I don't like them. I like jokes about death even more. Because my grandfather, grandfather is a great guy. He died of stroke. He had 2 strokes. Then he died. Ever since that day, I stopped doing any movements during sex. I hate it. The same way I hate people who dress, collect, and use vintage. I hate people who sell and collect vintage. I hate people who buy vintage. Because no matter how many times I convince them, they refuse to buy my grandfather. Yeah. I used to think that I have a cold heart, really, for a long time. And then I saw someone selling ice cream at my grandfather's funeral. Ice cream. At that point, I realized my grandfather was the one with the cold heart all along. I was right. You know, doing great. Life is good, but my family has lost faith in me. So I got myself an imaginary brother, and he cannot believe that I'm schizophrenic. If that flew over your head, it will land. Don't worry. Cannot. It's weird. Trying to balance this life thing. My little sister had a baby recently. I don't think the baby is cute. I don't like the baby. But I hate that. I just don't like the baby. But what makes me happy the most is that nobody, not even one person, has asked, why does it look exactly like me? Yes, I know. Incest is illegal in the country. That is why most people keep it in the family. I was talking to my cousin about this topic the other day. My cousin is the person I always pass jokes through before I bring them on stage. And then she said to me, we will never have sex with you. Or otherwise we'll have messed up kids. So I went out and bought the protection. It really has to settle here. Do that joke to a colored community, it kills. They know it better. They understand. But there's one thing I love, there's not always bad news with me. that there are things I like things I